Have any of these guys done enough to deserve being considered by the Broncos at number 9?
Willis, Pickett, and Howell should all be considered at number 9.
Woo! That is juicy. That's a lot of guys.
Plus Corral, even though he wasn't there.
So 4 potential options at number 9.
4 potential options. Now, that being said, I think you're going to evaluate the landscape. Like I would say with Sam Howell, for example, the right spot for him is probably 15.
Okay.
So can you move down and get Sam Howell and get extra draft capital that will allow you to maybe get an edge rusher, perhaps? And all this, of course, if you don't trade for Aaron Rodgers.
Sure.
Put that out there.
This
is Plan B. Plan A is for Aaron. Plan B is the draft.
You think Plan B is the draft? And let's put Russell Wilson in Plan A as well.
Plan A is elite veteran. I think Plan B is the draft, maybe partner with a Garoppolo.
Okay, let's put Garoppolo and those people aside. Let's just say the Broncos get to the draft, and this is pretty much their quarterback room that they have right now. It's Drew Lock,
and
maybe Teddy Bridgewater on some sort of deal. But
no, I doubt that happens.
Okay. So the Broncos don't do anything
Yeah.
heading into the draft. Let's say that's the approach they take. So your ideal situation to get Sam Howell, trade back from 9 to 15. What are you picking up? A second?
Second, maybe another third, and let's say you can get a second round pick, and you're sitting on 3 round 2 picks.
Yep.
Then I'm thinking, okay, 2 of those round 2 picks, they're going to get me back into round 1.
Okay.
And I'm getting an edge there at the end of round 1.
Okay. So Sam Howell 15 for you is ideal.
Yeah.
What about Malik Willis?
If you want Malik Willis, you're gonna have to go higher.
You're going to have to trade up.
Yes.
That is so important, and I'm really happy to hear you say that, Mace, because one thing I just kept saying last week was you're not going to be able to wait till 9 to get the number 1 quarterback in this class, even though all of the mock drafts last week and the week before were saying, oh, look, the number 1 quarterback's going to fall to the Broncos at 9. No. And we've already seen all of the hype start to go with these quarterbacks, specifically with Malik Willis. If you want him, you are going to have to trade up. You're not going to be able to stay put. So my question to you is, Mace, for Malik Willis, how far do you have to go?
Well, Detroit's kind of the wild card in there at number 2. Because and this is where it's interesting. They do have the intel that no one else does.
Yep,
because they coached him.
They did. And
now we saw the Broncos. Yeah, the Broncos screwed up their intel on Josh Allen in 2018.
Did.
But then back in 2004, the late Marty Schottenheimer and the Chargers coached Phillip Rivers. And even though they had Drew Brees, they said, "Let's go get Phillip Rivers." And I don't know that Drew Brees would have become Drew Brees in San Diego, the degree where he became a Hall of Famer. But Phillip Rivers, you certainly can't argue with the wisdom of that pick. That worked out pretty well for them.
Yep.
So if Detroit sees the same thing in Malik Willis, first of all, they're not moving from 2. So if you really want Malik Willis, you might have to jump Detroit. And that might and look. And I think that's probably a bridge too far in terms of value. I'd be okay moving up to like 5 or 6 for Willis.
Okay.
I think 2 is where you say, okay, let's measure his value compared with Kenny Pickett, Matt Corral, Sam Howell.
And we're talking from 9 to 5. You may be able to do that without having to give up a future first.
You may, but you're going to blow up your set. Probably you're blowing up day 2.
Yep.
Because I think it probably will cost you a 1 in 2023 to move up.
I think so too.
Realistically.